A couple of weeks ago, I told you that there was a crash coming in XRP price when it was sitting at about $2.70, $2.80. I sat on my tricycle in this parking lot and made a fun video about it. In that video, I told you I was not selling. I'm going to explain why, and I'm also going to tell you why I believe another big dip is coming in the price. I'm still not selling. Okay. Um, I've been in the crypto space since late 2016. I have invested in all kinds of different cryptos. I've done everything from staking, mining, buying and selling, fundamental analysis, technical analysis. One thing that I've learned is that when I understand the fundamentals of a project, I buy on weakness and then I buy. And there's these dips that come and they're very recognizable. Now, one thing was that Bitcoin was super overheated and XRP had exploded in price. It was way overheated than Bitcoin on a buying level. And I was starting to see FUD coming out, and it was the kind of news cycle that was coming out to try and deter people from keeping their XRP and to sell it to them. And just the other day on Christmas, I saw a huge wallet push in 36 million XRP onto an exchange to try and scare people. I have personally been asked to a meeting with high, I can't say who they are. I'm not even going to tell you. The friend of mine, he's really into crypto, let's say, wanted me to come to this meeting because they wanted to show us how, because they watch channels like this, how they manipulate XRP, specifically trying to buy all of it up. And I told them, honestly, I was on my way to England. I said, I already know what you're doing. I know how you do it. There's really nothing there for me. And so my buddy took the meeting and they said, we're going to push the price down on this day at this time. Watch what we do. He called me and told me the day and time. I said, all right, I copy. And they moved it about 5%, pretty quick, pretty short order, by doing a couple different things. And the fact of the matter is, I know all these big institutions are buying this stuff up. And where we're at right now is that Bitcoin is sitting, its 200-day moving average is sitting right around $70,000, which means as long as it's staying in a positive range, it can come back and test that. You know, if you're not into technical analysis, I'll make this really simple. You know, a lot of people have these bar charts and the price of a stock or crypto is doing this, and then they make these triangles, right? A wedge. Well, imagine it's still moving inside of that wedge until it breaks either up or down. And there's a lot more to it than that. I'm just making this very simple. Bitcoin can retest as of the next few days, you know, until that 200 keeps moving, you know, down to the low 70,000 range. Well, when that happens, and I say will, because it's just trending sideways right now, it's going to bring down the entire market with it, right? So I personally will be buying more, right? Trying to scramble to grab more money, because you can't walk away from the truth of the fundamentals of XRP. So I'm going to bring you this little bit right here. This story is out of Crypto Times. It says right here, as we're looking into 2025, one thing that crypto traders want more is a more open trading environment. And what a lot of them hope for is an XRP ETF arrival. This is because so many funds, so many people on the outside that don't have the courage to start a Coinbase account or a Gemini account or a Kraken account or Binance, they have a lot of money parked with their fund managers or the people that handle their assets. They just want to buy an ETF, right? They just want to go the easy route. Sad but true. Most of their money is taken up in fees. I hate that stuff. And they don't truly own the asset, right? But that's what they want. They want exposure to XRP. And we've seen so many companies start these filings. Like you have Bitwise Asset Management, Canary Capital, 21 Shares, and Wisdom Tree are among the firms vying for approval, signaling a growing interest in XRP-focused investment products. And I know that BlackRock is right around the corner. The fact is, too, it's not going to be just one of these companies. Last January, when Bitcoin received the approval for its first ETF, many more followed after that. Matter of fact, we just saw 2 more approvals just happen for Bitcoin. So the truth is, in 2025, and even Brad Garlinghouse said himself on CNBC that you're to expect the first ETF, XRP ETF, in the spring of 2025, which is great. But the thing is you're going to see more and more price volatility, because there's a battle right now between retail and institutional investors or banks. The fact is, banks have way less emotion because they've been there and done that before. Just like I told you, it's a scare tactic when a whale would put a ton of one crypto onto an exchange just to bluff, and people would freak out and sell. And then they would couple that with a handful of their own media outlets. That's another thing people don't understand. The media is, and with AI, it's so fast now. A fund can push a bunch of XRP onto an exchange, have ChatGPT write 5 or 6 different articles showing the fundamentals, how they're bad, and a dip's coming, a crash is coming, and you should sell. It'd be wise to rebuy lower. Now, you've seen me do it 3 times, and I'm pretty cryptic when it comes to my videos, honestly. From the start, my whole channel has been about not dressing the part, not acting the part, and wanting to find people that have good minds and good hearts, because that's how you become truly successful fundamental investors. And these fly by night channels that sit there and give you all this whiz bang crap, and they're out driving a Lambo while you're driving a Datsun. Sorry, it's the first car that came to my mind. Who remembers the 280Z? But you know, you need to have your fundamentals and understand those, because it makes you a more disciplined investor, right? That kind of discipline is what would keep somebody, when they bought Tesla when it first came out onto the open market, say, you know what, I'm going to hold on to it because I see something there and I'm going to stay disciplined. And then they get this massive payoff, right? Sure, we all had wins, overnight success with crypto. You guys have heard my story in 2017, right? But on the same note, you have to become very disciplined. Well, it says here, now, and think about this when I read this. It says these findings, when we're talking about all the different exchanges, right? It says these findings of the different companies that want these listings highlight the growing interest in XRP-based ETFs, with asset managers betting on the potential demand for a regulated institutional-grade investment vehicle tied to that specific cryptocurrency. Historically, the SEC has been reluctant to approve crypto ETFs due to concern over market manipulation and insufficient regulatory oversight. However, the approval of BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF earlier this year signaled a notable shift in the stance. Adding to that, Gary Gensler getting kicked out, and even though he quit, the guy was going to get fired anyway. It says Ripple's recent legal victories in the case against the SEC over whether XRP is a security also bolsters the chance for an ETF approval. Well, quite frankly, I would say that it completely sealed the deal. You see, if the SEC now denies, then it's retribution, or it's what's the word I'm looking at? Is it retribution, or when you go and attack somebody because you lost somebody somewhere else, and that would be huge if the SEC turned that down. Now, the only question is, will they drag their feet, or will Ripple hold their feet to the fire, or these other companies as well, like Wisdom Tree? Will they hold the SEC's feet to the fire and say, hey, are you dragging your feet because you're butthurt over losing that case? Or you're just trying to get them back of a vendetta? So you see, in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, type 1 if you agree, the ETF is going to be done. And when that happens, the price is going to absolutely explode, because the sheer amount of money going in, and do this too. Say yes or no if you agree with this. You were given a gift by Gary Gensler being so crooked and dirty and holding the price of XRP down. Here's an asset created by a company, a private company, to build up the banks, and something that the banks are going to eventually need, because they're going to be spending too much money in the SWIFT system to be able to move money cross-border payments super fast. You were given a gift to be able to buy this before they gobble it all up. As a matter of fact, they were scared, sitting on the sidelines going, oh man, Coinbase and Gemini and all these companies are just bailing on them right now. And we don't want to invest. And so it put Ripple way back. As a matter of fact, Ripple couldn't even take advantage of the last bull cycle in Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies. And what's happening now is you're going, I was given a gift because I had the cajones to step up and buy some. That's where we're at right now. And And to be honest with you, I couldn't be more proud of every single one of you that stepped up and tried it out and learned a little bit about it. Now, when they say XRP Army, I'm not joking. And if you're part of it, hashtag it down below for me, please. It's a mentality of a type of person that understands that the government has been trying to hold a lot of innovation and a lot of amazing things in our country back for a long time, only to sell out to the highest bidder. And XRP Army understands that people have been held back in their pocketbooks too as they invest in this incredible technology. That yes, it is a banker's coin. I mean, for anybody that would say that down below, yeah, copy. You have just won the Captain Obvious Award. It is a banker's coin, and it's going up exponentially in value because it's a banker's coin. You know, true decentralized projects actually don't do too well because they don't got any marketing money behind them. And the SEC ended up being this lawsuit, the greatest marketing campaign ever for Ripple. And this was just a way of holding back the tide to be able to gobble up as many of those shells as you can on the beach before the waves come crashing down. And the waves that are going to come crashing down are the ETFs. And I'm not joking. When you saw the numbers, the sheer numbers from Bitcoin ETFs that were coming out, and they were just like, holy cow, look at how much Bitcoin was just sucked up by this ETF today or this week or this month. I don't think you've seen anything yet compared to what's going to happen with XRP. When they say coiled spring, that's nothing. Look, if you've been on the sidelines, I believe there's another big dip. As a matter of fact, I said on that tricycle out in that parking lot, which I'm going to be honest with you, not a lot of people would watch because they think, who's this schmo on the tricycle? Well, that's exactly what I want those idiots to think. When I was out there, I said, I wish it would crash to $1. I don't think it's going to, but it could be $1.60. And I still haven't sold. Shoot, I could have doubled my stack. Well, you know why I didn't do it? It's because at this point, it is so volatile. At any moment, when the SEC either says, look, we'll take what the judge offered us, Ripple, just give us the money the judge offered us, or they say, screw it, we're bouncing. We see our ways. Our leader just ran away and ran like a dog with his tail between his legs, only to go get a higher paying job from a company that was probably buying up at XRP the whole time. And I really hope that the government holds him to an account to that. If he goes to work for some firm that was buying up XRP while he was in control and keeping the price of XRP down, he should be put in jail, and whoever hired him should be too. I'm just going to say that's what I think. You type 3 if you agree with that. But because these politicians need to be stopped at all chances. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to be looking to buy more on this dip. If you're interested in learning about fundamentals and technical, I can't just teach technical analysis without teaching fundamentals of trading. I put together a team. There's a course down below, the Crypto Trader Pro. I think it's $199. I honestly believe that it's the greatest value out there because you're going to save a lot more than that, not making dumb mistakes trading crypto. I made enough of them, so I teach you all my mistakes. And then there's the Bitcoin XRP 101 accelerator for people that are brand new. I think everyone, and I'm going to be honest with you too, I've got a link down to Uphold. It's an affiliate link. It doesn't cost anything to use it, but you will get to the actual place. Uphold is one of the only exchanges that had the cojones to go, no, we're not delisting XRP. We're going to keep her going. And they're very transparent. I like them as an exchange. As a matter of fact, they have the new coin that we're looking at on the exchange as well. I hope you guys got something out of this. I think you're going to see another dip here pretty soon. I could be wrong. We'll see. Only time will tell. I've done this 3 times this year. I was right each time. People got screaming and yelling at me. Back then, I was trading it in and out, buying and selling it, and I increased my entire my XRP net worth by 50% through 3 trades. And this one, I'm not going to sell. Okay, I'm only going to be buying more. So I hope it's big. And I think a lot of you are going to be bummed because a lot of people threw all their money in at once, and that's not what you should ever do. Ever. I learned that a long time ago in the stock market in 1998. All right, with that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.